Hi, let's talk about depreciation in our rental real estate properties. It is really one of the biggest benefits you're going to get out of being an investor and holding investment real estate. But a lot of people don't really appreciate it, and I have a way that will absolutely supercharge your depreciation schedule and increase the amount of deductions you're able to take on an annual basis. Since rental real estate, single family right now, it's tough to get a good cash flow on a monthly basis. Depreciation and deductions become one of the primary benefits of holding it. So let's go ahead and get started. This will be a brief tutorial on what depreciation is and how to get it supercharged in your investment properties. So when you buy a property, you're buying a house or a structure on land. So for deduction purposes, the land is considered different than the structure. Number one, land does not go down or depreciate in value, right? As they say, they're just not making anymore. On the other hand, houses are made of materials that are wearing out over time. They go down in value as a result as they wear out. That's depreciation. So over time, your structure becomes less value because of the wear and tear out on it. This is what you get to deduct on your income taxes, and it's a big benefit to owning investment real estate property. So, cost segregation is Let's talk about one of my favorite real estate subjects. It's not real sexy, but it's called depreciation. So, what is depreciation and how do we supercharge it? Well, it's a pretty simple concept, and I'm going to go through it with you over the next few minutes. So let's go ahead and get started. When you buy investment property, you're buying the land and you're buying a structure. So in the eyes of the IRS and accounting principles, the structure is separate from the land. The land does not go down or depreciate in value, because they just not make it anymore, as they say. So the land is going to hold its value no matter what. Now the structure, typically a house, if it's a single family residence, or it could be a warehouse or any structure on the property, it's called an appurtenance, and they're made of materials that wear out over time. They go down in value as a result. That's called depreciation. This is what you get to deduct on your income taxes, and it's a big benefit to owning investment real estate property. Depreciation schedules in the eyes of the IRS, when you look at the property and the land together, or actually just the structures or the appurtenance, give you a standard depreciation schedule over 27 and a half years. So you take the value of the structure on the land and you deduct the value from what it is today down to zero over 27 and a half years. But wait a minute, there's a little bit more to this. For instance, if you have a furnace in that property, the furnaces only last about 15 years on average. If you have a hot water heater in there, it's only a 7-year lifespan. So why are you deducting something that's going to wear out in 15 years over 27 and a half years? This is where cost segregation comes in. Roofs, as an example, are going to depreciate over 20 years. So with cost segregation, what we're doing is we're giving an individual depreciation schedule to the furnace, 15 years, the water heater, 7 years, and a roof over 20 years. That means that your furnace is going to be depreciated 1.83 times over 27 and a half years. Does that make sense? That's, instead of deducting $10,000 in the value of the furnace, you're deducting $18,300. The water heater's deducted 3.92 times in 27 and a half years. So if you replace a hot water heater every 7 years, you'll get $11,760 in depreciation rather than $3. That's going to more than cover the new hot water heater. And a roof is depreciated over 20 years, which is 1.375 times in 27 and a half years. So that's $27,500 in depreciation. I know these are a bunch of numbers, and I hope you're not glossing over here. Let's look at this. Now, keep in mind, these are hypothetical examples used to demonstrate principles of cost segregation. And I'm not an accountant, but I am a real estate investor and a real estate broker. So this whole intention here is to give you the principles of how it works. So if you took that furnace, a hot water heater, and the roof and depreciated it on the standard schedule with the IRS, you'd get $33,000 in depreciation. Now, if you use a cost segregation method, that depreciation goes up to $57,560, or a $24,560 difference or gain in the amount that you depreciate off of your taxes. That's a really big difference. So again, these are hypothetical examples. So the benefits are your assets are fully depreciated at the actual rate of their useful life. If your hot water heater has a useful life of 7 years, it's not fair to have to buy a hot water heater every 7 years and only get to really depreciate one of them. Number two, you get higher depreciation deductions on your taxes, and that's really one of the biggest benefits of owning investment real estate property. So that's really good. It gives you an incentive to replace major components of your property rather than waiting for them to fail. And this is important. I see so many people who own residential real estate and they just don't take care of them. They let their roof go bad before they fix it. They let the hot water heater blow up before they replace it. They let the furnace go bad or stop working before they send out a service person. A good property owner will replace these types of components on a schedule rather than waiting for the appliance or the component to be working at its hardest, like during a heavy hailstorm or during the coldest days in the case of a furnace, or until you have 15 people at your house and the hot water heater is working to provide showers for all of them. They'll replace them on a schedule rather than waiting for them to fail. And that's just good business. That keeps your property in better condition and better value for when you do sell. And the gains and depreciations can be carried forward on your investments through the 1031 exchange program. Again, hypothetical examples. I'm wanting you to understand the principles of how this works. And the hot water heater, the furnace, and the roof are just 3 examples. Your carpet wears out, your paint wears out, your dishwasher wears out, your investment property is full of depreciable items that you can depreciate on a schedule. So the cost segregation difference and how to get the best of it. Work with a cost segregation specialist. Please, this is not something I would recommend anybody take on their own. And one of the reasons is that if the IRS says, hey, wait a minute, and they flag you for an audit, which nobody wants to be audited, a cost segregation specialist will come and defend the numbers and the deductions and how they applied. And by the way, the IRS has schedules and depreciation rules so that these cost segregation specialists simply have to follow those rules, and then they're able to defend and keep your deductions in the audit. Number 2, find an accountant that will accept a cost segregation report. It's been a frustrating experience in my career to really realize that not all accountants will accept or even understand this principle or let alone want to apply it. So you want to work with an accountant that's sophisticated about real estate deductions and will accept a cost segregation report. So look for somebody like that. Make sure you plan ahead. This should be part of your investment strategy from the time you buy a property. But wait, you can apply these principles to properties you already own. Again, this is where the cost segregation specialist comes in and will complete the report with that in mind. And last but not least, this is just one of the best things that you're going to be able to do to increase your profitability on your investment real estate. If you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. Again, I'm not a tax accountant. I'm just a real estate investor and been a real estate broker for 35 years. This is something that I've been able to employ through a cost segregation specialist, and it was stunning to me how much more of a deduction you can get through this process as opposed to just taking a standard deduction that is given to you through your tax software or a tax accountant that's just whipping out your taxes every year. I'm Ken Crotts with eXp Realty. I love and am passionate about real estate. I'd love to answer any questions you have about this process. Have a great day.